Hello, everyone, and today I'm reviewing Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And I wish that I saw this movie earlier, but I went to go see Aquaman at a pre-screening opening weekend of this movie, so I didn't get to see it, and I've been busy ever since then. And I finally got to see it today, and this movie is so good. It definitely deserves that really high Rotten Tomatoes score. This is, in my opinion, the second best superhero movie in 2018, right after Infinity War. It beats Aquaman, it beats Venom, it beats Black Panther, it beats The Incredibles 2, it beats Teen Titans Go easily, and it beats even Black Panther. This is just such a great movie. Like, I can't even, like, wow. So, let's talk about the three main characters. So the first main character is Miles Morales, of course, and he is really good. I am surprised that they have not put him in one of these movies before. He is such a good character. He's so relatable, and he's just a really, really good character. And I think that his voice acting is really good. I think Miles Morales is really good. He's just so Miles Morales is just such a great character, and the fact that he's not been one of in these movies yet just surprises me. Like, he is so good, and he is not a Peter Parker ripoff. He has so much character to him that was accidentally like, oh my god, he is amazing, and like just all of his interactions with everyone makes perfect sense, and I think that he is just really good. And I love like his homemade Spider-Man suit that he wears throughout the movie. So, and then moving on to my favorite character, Peter Parker. In this movie, this is my favorite Peter Parker. Like, I love the MCU's version of Peter Parker, Tom Holland's version, but this is the best version of Peter Parker. Like, he is just so funny and relatable, and he's a great mentor to Miles Morales. And I love how he just like knows how everyone already knows his origin story. So he just kind of like does this thing where he's like, I know you guys already all know this already, but here's my origin story, and he does it in like 10 seconds, and he's like, so I did this, and then I did this, and then I did this, and that's hilarious. And I love Peter Parker, and I love how he's just like so lazy and loves food and stuff, and it's hilarious. I love Peter Parker in this movie, and Spider Gwen is the third main character, and she doesn't really do much. Like, she was, I'd say, Miles Morales' love interest. Pretty much, that was her role. I mean, her outfit was really cool. I'll say that, but I don't know. She didn't bring much to the story for me. She was like interesting and she was fun to watch, but I don't know. She wasn't really. I don't know. Peter and Miles are definitely the two standouts, and then characters like, what is it, like Penny Parker? I think her name is, and she was definitely my least favorite Spider person. I didn't really. They didn't give us enough time to connect to her, and like, what was it, like her Spider Mech? I don't know. I didn't really care when that thing died. But Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Ham were both, they didn't get much to do, but they looked really cool, and they were kind of, I don't know. I liked both of them because they didn't really have much of a backstory or really play much of a role, but they both looked cool, and Spider Ham was funny whenever he did stuff, and Spider Man Noir, he just looked really cool, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I don't know. So overall, I think that the supporting cast was okay. I liked Aunt May. She didn't really do much, but when she was on screen, I don't know. She was just kind of cool. So yeah, and then let's move into the villain Kingpin. I don't know. His animation was kind of weird, but he was relatable, I think, and I think the reason that he was opening the other dimensions to get his family back was pretty good. I really liked that, but I don't know. He was an okay villain. He kind of looked kind of weird though, but just, and all the cool background villains they have though was is just really cool. Like, they have the Scorpion, they have Doc Ock, they have the Green Goblin. It's really cool to see all of them in animation form, and the Prowler, who turns out to be Miles Morales' uncle, which I already knew going in, but that was still really cool when he was about to kill him, and then he revealed that he was Miles, and then he couldn't do it. Oh my god, the writing in this movie is just so good, and Miles Morales, and then just his his related characters. I really liked when his dad went to go see him in his dorm room, and like he wanted to respond but he couldn't because he was webbed up or whatever. That was just, oh, that scene was crazy. And the animation and visuals in this movie, they were just so good. Like, man, they were just breathtaking visuals. And man, like, this movie is dark too. Like, it's not just all light. Oh, we're teaming up all the different Spider-Man from all the different series of comics. No, like, it actually had some real stakes. Like, people died in this movie. Like, the uncle died, and the original Peter Parker from Miles Morales' universe died, like, right away too. Like, it was pretty crazy. And then just the end fight scene in the collider thing, that was epic. That was really cool. Just seeing all the different spider people, including Spider Ham with this cool hammer, them just fighting against all the different villains, and there was just like things floating around them, and things were just popping right at you. That was so cool. And this movie's funny too. Like, when it wants to deliver a joke, it can deliver a joke really well. Like, especially in the beginning of the movie when he's talking about, and the dad's driving him to school, and he just like is like, "I love you, Miles," and Miles is like, "I know." And he walks up to school and he just like yells really loud, "You have to say I love you back." That was hilarious. And then how that came back later, and Miles just a Spider-Man, and he was just like, "Love you, officer." And then the officer was like, that's weird." Like, that was hilarious. And then, but this really just does come down to Miles and Peter. They are such good characters, and the script is really well written, I think. And man, wouldn't it be awesome one day if they just joined up with the MCU and the Maguire version of Spider-Man and the Andrew Garfield version of Spider-Man, and they just all kind of met? That would be crazy, and they could get Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to do the voices of them. Like, man, that would be awesome. And like, this is just such a cool movie. Like, I love this movie. I would give this movie a 9 out of 10. It is so great. And I really can't think of that many complaints. All the complaints I have are the ones you heard. So what is that, like 3 complaints out of like a 2 hour long movie? This felt like a long movie too. It wasn't short. It wasn't like an hour long kids movie. No, like, it was really good. And then the post credit scenes too. What was the first one? The first one was an honor to Stan Lee, who had a really good cameo in this movie, I feel like. And then just the last one with him going, of course, back in time to the what it was, like the 60s or 70s in the original Spider-Man show, and then of course doing the meme thing. Like, that was great. And oh man, I cannot wait for the sequel to this. This was such a great movie. I can't even, like, wow, this is one of the best movies of the year. And I think it's my third favorite movie of the year. Like, I love this movie so much. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. And if you have not seen it, go right now and watch it. It is so good. So, thanks for watching. Bye.